We're going to go ahead and get started with the RPEC member only benefits webinar. Okay, so we're going to talk about, what benefits are available to members and what are the sources of those benefits, who administers them. And so I'll start off by saying that, RPEC internally does not administer these benefits. These are, part of our partnership and our affiliation with like AFSCME and a couple other organizations that provide different services as well. And so first, we have a dental partnership with Bright Now Dental. They have, multiple locations across the state. They are very present at our events. We have one of their representatives come out to our convention and host the table. And she's even come to the Olympia meeting, the benefits fair that they did a couple of months back. So very involved with RPEC. We have a partnership with Hear in America, which, provides services for hearing aids, discounts on hearing aids, repairs and warranties, things like that. So, and then through the Washington State Labor Council and through AFSCME, there are a couple different hardship programs that are available to members. And I'll get, into more detail about what that entails. And then finally, AFSCME Advantage, which is the main core of most of our benefits through our affiliation with AFSCME. So AFSCME Advantage has like 8 categories of different types of benefits, and there's multiple benefits under each one of those categories. So that's the core portion of the benefits that we have. Okay, moving forward. So Bright Now Dental, this chart right here is actually like a screenshot of the actual form that is provided to our members by the representative from Bright Now Dental. So if you look here, you can see what the procedure is on the left column, potential costs for that procedure at another provider, and then your cost with Bright Now, and then the reflected savings in the far right column. So it's noted there at the bottom right that in total, by using Bright Now Dental, you can save up to 51% of your dental costs, depending on what it is that you're seeking services for. Something else to know is that Bright Now Dental also offers like orthodontic services as well. They do like the Invisalign and other things relating to, braces and stuff like that. So they really kind of cover everything from dental to orthodontics. Okay. Oh, go ahead, Nancy.
So to contact, if you contact Bright Now Dental, you tell them you're with RPEC and then they give you a discount when you sign up?
Yeah, that's correct. And I have some slides at the end of the presentation that have detailed contact info and, like web links and things. So you know exactly what you need to do to be able to get a hold of Carrie. That's the name of the individual that we work closely with from Bright Now. Good question. Go ahead, Susan. Oh, you're muted.
Yeah. Okay. This may be an obvious question, but is there a way to keep your own dentist with Bright Dental, or do you have to move over to dentists, directly with Bright Now?
So that's a great question, Susan. I guess it'd be important for me to make the distinction that these benefits that you can access through RPEC, the Bright Now Dental Here in America, all of those are not actually insurance plans. So it's cost savings separate from your actual insurance. And so you can just go to Bright Now for any reason. And, if you are paying out of pocket for anything, you can get savings directly on that just by using Bright Now and saying that you are an RPEC member.
Okay, so you can keep your same dentist?
Yeah, absolutely. Perfect. Yeah.
Okay, that's
good question, Susan.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
My new best friend.
Yeah. All right, Elliot, go ahead.
I'm not totally clear about that because Bright Now has its own. I was the senior attorney for the State Dental Commission, and Bright Now has its own dentists on their staff. So if your dentist is not part of their staff, they won't cover you.
Right. I think more so she's meaning that, you know, even if she has an identified dentist that she goes to, can she still go and seek services from Bright Now anyway?
Oh, sure. She just wouldn't be able
Yeah.
to necessarily have her dentist.
Right.
And you're right, this is separate from insurance, except that, and being on PEB, I'm not sure that Bright Now isn't covered by some of the plans. You have to check. And if the plan covers Bright Now, you might even have more savings. But I don't know the answer to that per se.
Okay,
That's a really good point, Elliot, actually. Thank you for bringing that up and for clarifying that, you know, yeah, you can't get services covered, you know, with your dentist just by going through Bright Now kind of thing. It would be for any services that you get at their office, but you don't have to forfeit, you know, insurance or your primary dentist to do so. So good points.
Yeah. And also, depending upon your plan, Bright Now might be covered, but it might not. UMP, Uniform Medical Plan, has different coverage. I know, I get in the weeds. They call me Weedy Weinstein. You know, UMP may not have the same coverage terms that a PEB Medicare Advantage plan or a private Medicare Advantage plan has.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you for sharing that, Elliot. Elliot's a great resource regarding, you know, if you have a PEB medical plan. She's pretty involved with PEB, so she has a lot of good information to share regarding this stuff. Thanks again, Elliot. Tim, go ahead.
Those are great questions. I've been 5 years removed from the Federation when they also had the Bright Now plan. But I believe that one advantage of the Bright Now plan is because the AFSCME national plan was deemed by the insurance commissioner, I think all the way back when Deborah Sen was commissioner, that it didn't meet the criteria, and so it could not be offered in this state because it was an insurance program. And I believe that's the distinction. But the other questions about whether you can use your state PEB benefits, your Medicare benefits for Bright Now, I don't know the answer to that question, but very good. One good reason is that the insurance commissioner was looking out for us. And so you don't just have any fly-by-night operation coming in here and offering these benefits. So Bright Now is solid. And one good thing for RPIC is they will make RPIC look good, because if there's ever a dispute, usually it always ends up on the benefit of our members or our families. They go out of their way, and Carrie Magnuson, she is a real person, and she goes out of her way and takes it very personally. And usually any of those disputes, so having kind of a quality control built in that isn't a hassle to you when someone calls Jacob, I can't do that. And you know, right away you call Carrie and it's going to get resolved right away. That is golden, and it reflects good on RPIC.
Absolutely. Yeah, thank you for sharing that, Tim. I know Tim knows Carrie pretty well. And Tim did make a good point. He mentioned that the AFSCME National Dental Plan that normally would be available through the AFSCME Advantage benefits that our members have access to, they actually do not offer the plan here in Washington. And so that is why we have this partnership with Bright Now Dental, because that fulfills the dental needs. So if you're ever poking around through the AFSCME Advantage benefits and you see under, you know, healthcare that there's a dental listing, if you click into that and try searching by your zip code somewhere in Washington, it'll tell you there are no plans available in your state. And so Bright Now Dental is the dental benefit that we offer to our members. So thanks for that, Tim. Okay. So the next benefit I'm going to cover is through our partnership with Here in America. And so just as a member of RPIC, you're entitled to a variety of different benefits through Here in America, including, you know, free annual hearing screenings. And if there's any additional tests, that stuff is accounted for, you know, as it comes up. They provide, you know, referrals as well to other local hearing professionals, you know, other services. And so they actually sell hearing aids as well. They have a full line of high quality hearing aids from top manufacturers, and you can get a discount up to like 70% off MSRP, you know, depending on what you get. They actually offer financing for a year, up to 12 months with no interest. And they give you a 60-day trial with any hearing aids that you buy from them. No service fees or anything if you need to make an exchange or return them for any reason. So that's, you know, that's excellent for I've heard of members buying hearing aids for a ton of money, and then maybe they don't fit well or whatever else, and they don't end up wearing them. With this kind of deal, you can test them out, make sure they work for you, make sure they fit, they're comfortable, and you have the chance to exchange them if not. Here in America also offers a 3-year repair warranty for our members that covers any natural wear and tear from using them. Elliot, go ahead.
Yeah, once again, I didn't want to interrupt you, Jacob.
Oh, you're okay.
Again, because I'm on PEB, it's a good idea to compare these benefits, and they may be better. Under UMP, you get coverage for $3,600 every 3 years. If you need a hearing aid now and you just had one last year, this may be your best situation because you won't be covered for 3 years by UMP. United Healthcare, I don't know how I remember these numbers. It's $2,500 every 3 years. So again, just compare what you have under PEB and see what the best deal is. That doesn't mean one's better. You have to do I hate saying that word, do your research. Oh my God, what does that remind me of? But unfortunately, as seniors, we have to do that. Thank
you, Elliot. Yeah, that's great. A good reminder that, always compare any of these benefits relating to healthcare to your actual medical benefits. And like Elliot said, you might be in a situation where your insurance is not going to cover another set of hearing aids, because it hasn't been that 3 years or whatever. Then this would be a good backup for you to have access to hearing aids. Thank you, Elliot. Appreciate that. Yeah, part of the warranty is a 3-year loss and damage coverage. One-time replacement for lost or damaged hearing aids for 25% of the cost of the original plus the cost of the ear mold. And so that's pretty simple. They also offer a 3-year clean and check service at the location where you got your hearing aids. And so that's something that you can always return back to. That's similar to the way that the insurance plans are, where there's that 3-year window. And then 3 years of hearing aid batteries mailed to your home. So that's not something that you have to go seek out and make sure that you have. They'll provide those to you. And so same thing as far as, we'll talk more about access to the benefits towards the end of the webinar. But same kind of thing. You would communicate to Here in America that you are a member of RPEC, and then they'd be able to provide the discounts and the deals to you. So, okay. Going to briefly cover the hardship programs that are available as a member of RPEC. And so the first one is the Washington State Labor Council's Foundation for Working Families. And so it was created as a hardship assistance and disaster relief program that I believe started back when there was a massive flood in the Centralia and Chehalis area, sometime around like 2008 or something like that. Nancy, maybe you know better than I do what year that was. It was sometime then.
No, I don't know what year it was.
Okay. Yeah, sometime back in the mid to late 2000s, there was a massive flood of the Chehalis River. And so union members advocated to start this program because there were some members that were, greatly affected by the flooding. They lost their home, their car, damaged property, just really left with nothing. And so this program was created to address things like that. And so you as members of RPEC, which is a retiree chapter of AFSCME, that makes you eligible to, get this type of assistance. And so the other hardship program is the AFSCME Fallen Heroes Fund. So that provides relief and immediate assistance to members who fall victim to natural disasters and other tragedies. It's not quite as clear, like, what the funding looks like how much you're able to get in assistance, things like that. That's something that, you can always explore in more depth if that's something that, applies to you at all, or any of your family members. Something to take into consideration too is that a lot of these benefits also extend to your family. So that's your children and your grandchildren as well. So just keep that in mind that, you know, even if some of these benefits apply to you, not at all, you probably have some family that they maybe could help out. Okay. Moving onward to AFSCME Advantage. So once again, AFSCME Advantage is the core of our benefits, as it has almost all of them contained within it. And so AFSCME Advantage is actually its own website as well. And so we have all these benefits listed on our webpage. You know, if you hover over the Join RPIC tab on our webpage, you'll see member only benefits pop up as a drop down there. Click on that and it shows you all this stuff as well. So yeah, we'll go through the categories of the AFSCME Advantage benefits, and I'll kind of embellish a little bit and give some more details about, you know, the partnership for each of those programs and what they offer exactly. And so the 8 categories of the AFSCME Advantage benefits are education, money and credit, travel and fun, home, health, insurance, auto, and legal. Okay, first we're going to cover the education benefits that they offer. First of all, they have, I believe it's 5 different scholarships available to apply for through the website on AFSCME Advantage. And so this extends to, you know, your grandchildren as well. So I don't know if anybody in the webinar has you know, grandchildren that are at college age or getting close, or, you know, might eventually be there, or, you know, maybe they're already going and are going to be going to school for an additional year. You know, this is something that you can look into to try to save them some money. And yeah, there's going to be links on the webinar page to all this too. So if you ever want to refer back to it, I'll make sure you have a direct link to it. Okay, aside from just scholarships that are offered, there previously was a free college benefit, but due to negotiations, unfortunately, that university isn't going to be able to do it for free anymore. And so the model has changed to a low cost tuition program that's going to be feasible in the long run. And so you can get an associate's degree or a bachelor's degree from one of 2 different colleges or universities. So first, you can do online coursework to earn an associate degree through Eastern Gateway Community College. And also then if you, you know, if you already have an associate's, or you have some of your schooling towards a bachelor's degree, or, you know, same for your grandkids or whatever, you can continue a degree to finish a bachelor's through Central State University. And I believe that's all online as well. So, and once again, this applies to your family members as well. So if, you know, if you've got, you know, grandkids or other family that's trying to go to post-secondary education, definitely take advantage of this and poke around a little bit. Oh, Tim updated it. The floods were December 2007. And yes, Carol Dotledge is on the foundation board. She actually presented on that at the chapter 2 benefits fair. So thanks for that, Tim. Okay, moving on to AFSCME benefits for money and credit. And so the 4 different benefits that AFSCME offers in the money and credit category are: 1, a credit card program, 2, personal loans, 3, credit counseling, and 4, consumer tips. And so the credit card program is through Capital One, and what it is it's you know, sponsored by Union Plus, and so they get really good interest rates and you know, $0 annual fee, and you get a cash back balance from it too when you spend, or when you purchase things with the credit card. The personal loan, you can get up to $20,000 for a personal loan with a repayment of you know, 3 to 6 years. And also they assist you with payment consolidation, you know, taking out a personal loan to pay off multiple debts. So they also offer credit counseling, which they're partnered up with Money Management International, and you know, they help you you know, make a budget, do a financial review, action plan, you know, identify any additional services that might be beneficial to you. Just a really comprehensive program. And lastly is consumer tips. And really it's like the consumer tips are almost like a library of information, because they cover even the categories that they offer their benefits for, you know, auto, education, hardship, health, home, insurance, money, travel, and fun. So they kind of have this consumer tips thing that accompanies all these benefits as well. So I highly recommend that, you know, if you're looking at utilizing some of these benefits, maybe poke around on the consumer tips as well, and look up things about those categories. So, okay, moving forward. Okay, next we're going to talk about the Ask Me Advantage category of travel and fun. And so there's a lot of different savings and discounts you can get through this. Discounted tickets on theme parks, sporting events. There's a lot of variety of activities to access at a discount. And so with a car rental, you can save up to 35% with AVIS, Budget, Hertz, and a few other rental companies as well. Vacation tours, that's in partnership with Colette is what it's called. And they offer like 170 plus tours. You can look through all the different tours that they have available. Really, I was pretty amazed that they offer so many different tours, that they have that networking capability and are able to facilitate that. So that's pretty amazing. And part of their goal is to save you hundreds when you travel. They try to get you the best deal for the trip that you want. And once again, you know, consider exploring these if your family is interested in this stuff too. I recommend, you know, reaching out and figuring out what that all entails. And moving forward, we'll talk about the travel center. And so the travel center in general is supposed to help you with, you know, savings on your trips as a whole. And so you can get up to like 35% off car rentals, 50% off on hotels, rentals, 5-star resorts, and savings on attractions like theme parks. And so that's like the comprehensive body that, you know, kind of helps facilitate these benefits. Water and theme parks, in partnership with Abenity, you can get big savings on popular theme and water parks, city tours, and other attractions as well. You can save money on movie tickets. Again, partnered with Abenity, you can save money on concerts and events, you know, on ticket costs, VIP packages for the NFL, things like that. Broadway live bands. I mean, really, there's it's like there's no limit on the kind of benefits that they offer here. They pretty much covered everything. So restaurants, you can also get savings on restaurants through Abenity. And so that's ABENITY. And you'll have all this information too after the webinar. Like I said, the stuff that the kind of statistics that I'm referring to right now, those are in the notes and will be available to you to refer back to. And lastly, they offer cashback shopping. And so that's in partnership with Be Frugal. You can get up to 40% cash back at 5,000 plus stores. Okay. So yeah, if you're looking for some entertainment, a good trip, you know, a vacation, a nice restaurant, a show, definitely check out the benefits under the travel and fun category on Ask Me Advantage. Okay, so next we'll cover home benefits. Firstly, there's they offer homeowners insurance partnered with Farmers Insurance at a discounted rate. So something to explore if you can save some money by utilizing this Farmers Insurance benefit through Ask Me Advantage. Next, one of the benefits offered is discounts of up to $10 per line through AT&T per month, an unlimited premium plan, and up to $50 in waived activation and upgrade fees. So if you're in the market for a new phone plan, we have that part, or Ask Me has that partnership with AT&T, and you can get a lot of savings that way. One of the other benefits is you know, discounts and you know, timely delivery on flowers and gifts. So some of the stuff that you can order on there and have it delivered. So it's like the way they have it set up is you order something that you want to be sent to somebody, for example, or, you know, if you want some flowers for yourself, then you do you, and go ahead and do that. But otherwise you pay for it and it can be ordered to be delivered directly to whoever you're wanting to send it to. And so they do, flowers, gifts, like chocolate treats. They do same day flower delivery and discounts on gift baskets, flowers, and chocolate treats. So yeah, it's a really cool gift giving program with some discounts on that. Okay, moving on to mortgage financing options. And so we are partnered with Wells Fargo Home Mortgage to provide, flexible mortgage financing options. And when if you finance a mortgage through the Wells Fargo Home Mortgage, you actually get a $500 gift card as well. So just like an extra incentive to work with them. Okay, and on to real estate rewards. In partnership with Sirva, SIRVA is how that's spelled, home benefits. You can get up to $500 cash back for every $100K in home value when using a participating real estate agent. And so you can refer to the benefit on the AFSCME Advantage website for, all the eligible real estate agencies. Okay, and so professional moving discounts as well. In partnership with North American Moving Services, you can get discounts on interstate moving, packing, and in-transit storage as well. And replacement coverage up to $50,000 worth. So if if your belongings get damaged or whatever else, you can be covered. And I know nobody likes to move, so I hope I can take advantage of that benefit one of these days. Okay, moving on to budget truck rentals. You can save up to 20% on local and one-way budget truck rentals and van rentals as well. Just for transporting things or, another thing to supplement a moving process or something like that, right? And lastly, under the home benefits is some legal help. And I'll refer more to what the legal services entail, because it's actually the legal services have their own category and have a couple different benefits in there. So I'll get into more detail once we get to that. Okay, moving on to health. So under the health category is some, cost savings and, flexible payment plans on, some healthcare related things. And so once again, kind of like I stated earlier, none of this is like insurance plans or supplemental insurance plans. They are cost savings, discounts, deals, other synonyms of those words. And so some of the savings you can get are on things such as prescriptions. In partnership with Optum Perks, you can download a free discount card to save up to 80% on your family's prescriptions. And this information will be in those notes as well. So that way, you know exactly who the partnerships are, who you need to be contacting. And all the contact information for each of these agencies are available through the actual benefit on AFSCME Advantage. So if you just explore through the benefit and click through and take the steps to, apply or whatever else you need to do, you'll get connected up with who you need to talk to and what you need to do. Okay, also, you can get savings on medical alert monitoring. It's in partnership with LifeStation. It's a 100% US-based company. You get a 30-day money-back guarantee, 24/7 customer service, very quick response time, and family-owned with over 40 years of experience. So just a really well-rounded, reputable organization that supplies these devices. Okay, and vision plans. So in partnership with VSP, individual vision plans, you can save an average of $300+ a year per year on eye care and eyewear. You can save on eye exams, eyewear contacts, and additional services as well. And like mentioned before, we do have Here in America is actually one of the hearing plans we have, and then we also have Union Plus Hearing. So we actually do have 2 hearing benefits. Yeah, go ahead, Susan. Oh, you're muted.
Right. The prescriptions and the vision, are those above and beyond the insurance we already get through PEB?
Yeah, so these are not, you know, this isn't something that is like an insurance plan or is ran past your insurance or anything like that. It'd be kind of like, you know, like Good RX or something like that, right? Even if you have insurance, you can provide this card and it'll knock that price down regardless. And I know in some cases, like I know at Walmart, for example, they have like flat rates for their prescriptions. So sometimes you're better off not even trying to pay based on what your insurance is running, because they might just tell you that it's cheaper just to pay the low flat rate for it. And I've had that experience before. So yeah, it's just accompanies that. And I'm sure Elliot, oh, yep. Elliot, you wanna give some more info on that?
Actually, one thing I don't know is with these cards, and this may be something you have to call and ask them about. Do you have to have a covered provider? I know with our PEB insurance plans under VSP, you have to be a covered provider. So I don't know if the cards require that as well, but if they don't, it's great. You can go to the provider I want to use is not covered under my insurance. So again, this may be a great benefit for me if the card doesn't require a covered provider. And it's something that I don't know the answer to. I'm done.
Great point, Elliot. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, actually, you know, on that note, there are 64,000 participating pharmacies in the United States for this prescription saving service. So, yeah, like Elliot said, you know, you want to determine if your typical provider is covered under this benefit, and all that information will be available under the actual benefit itself. So thank you, Elliot, for chiming in on that. Appreciate it. So Union Plus Hearing, you know, another hearing benefit that we have access to, helps you save on virtual screenings, free hearing exam as well, and an average of 66% off on retail price for hearing aids. All right, and lastly, one of the benefits that AFSCME offers to our members is medical bill negotiating services. So the requirements to get this service are, you know, you have to have at least one outstanding unreimbursed medical expense of $400 or more from a single provider. So kind of some weird metrics here. So just something to keep in mind if you, you know, could use this in the future to address some healthcare related things. And there's no limit to how many providers can be negotiated with. So it's not, you know, if they negotiate on your behalf and, you know, they help you save some money on that, doesn't mean you can't do it again in the future with a different provider. So that is a benefit that is accessible to you in all medical settings. Okay, so we'll move on to insurance. And so there's a number of different insurance options here, from things relating to your home to your health insurance. And so in partnership with the Hartford is what this organization is called. They offer a life insurance plan. And so it's a guaranteed issue senior term life insurance plan. And so if you don't know much about life insurance plans, you know, this is something that you might explore. And once again, you know, comparing it to your current insurance is always a good idea, as well, as Elliot has mentioned. There's also a homeowners insurance discount offering. And so you can get renters insurance in partnership with farmers insurance at a discount rate. You can get auto insurance, so like accident insurance, which is in partnership with the Hartford as well. You can get a senior accidental death insurance plan. And of course, nobody wants to think about that, but you want to make sure that your family is taken care of also, right? So just an option to consider exploring if it's applicable. They also offer a pet health insurance plan as well for dogs and cats, and that's through our partnership with Pets Best. You could get reimbursed up to 90% on eligible vet bills. They have 3 different tiers of plans. They actually have like a free one, and then there's one that's a little bit more, for example. Tim.
I don't know the answer to this question. I should, but I think that AARP has similar programs with the Hartford, and I don't know, many RPAC members would be also members of AARP, and I just wonder if there's sometimes do a comparison to see if you get the same or better with one or the other, but I don't know the answer to that question. whether
That's
it's
a
enrolled
good
or not.
point. No, that's a really good point, actually. And in some cases, I believe that I've seen like through hearing discounts, there was like slightly different numbers between what, the union was offering and what AFSCME was offering. But that's just one example I can think of. So no, that's a very good point, actually, Tim. I did recently go through a newsletter for AARP, just trying to explore additional benefits that we can get connected with, more partnerships that we can get going here. So yeah, no, that's a very good point. I think that it's worth it to always compare the benefits across two different platforms like that. Elliot, go ahead.
I think Susan was before me.
I think maybe she accidentally left her hand up.
I did.
Yes, she did. Okay.
Oh, okay. I have a confession. I have 6 animals in my house. So the question is, when you look at the monthly premium and you compare that to the vet bills, you have to look and compare. I'm not saying everybody has 6 animals, but it's just something to consider. How often they come in, what their typical cost is. And so it's just a suggestion.
Absolutely. No, that's great, Elliot. Thank you. Yeah. Depending on, the age of your pets and how healthy they are, things like that, it might end up being more expensive to pay for insurance in the long run, or it might save you money. That's something that you'll have to determine, based on your circumstances. But definitely an important consideration. So thank you, Elliot. Okay, so moving on from the insurance options onto some of the auto benefits that they offer. And so you can save money on car insurance, roadside assistance, or actually buying a vehicle with AFSCME Advantage. So for auto buying, we have a partnership with TrueCar. And so you can get discounted member price offers, including incentives and fees. They offer 1 million plus pre-owned vehicles accessible through local and online dealers. So it's a big network of auto sales. They also offer auto insurance, which I just mentioned previously on the insurance tab through Farmers Insurance, their partnership with that. And they actually they support you in they compare policies and quotes from multiple highly rated carriers. Actually, they offer convenient, flexible payment options, and you can get an average of savings up to 22% on your auto insurance as well. So, and I briefly touched on car rental already. So yeah, we have access to discounts on car rentals through a handful of different car rental companies, including like Hertz, which is a pretty popular one, and Avis, AVIS, and Budget as well. Okay. So legal services, they offer the Union Plus Legal Services, which is through a partnership with MetLife. They have 2 different plans available on there. One of them is the basic plan and one of them is the premium plan. Basic doesn't cost you anything, premium costs you a little bit. And so what those plans include, including the free plan, is a free 30-minute initial consultation. And so that is defined as, each issue that you're seeking legal assistance for is its own thing that qualifies for a free initial 30-minute consultation. You're not limited to just one in your whole lifetime or your whole membership time. It's something that you can do for each individual issue that comes up. You can get up to 25% discounts on attorney hourly rates or flat rates as well. And there are over 6,800 participating law firms as part of this program. Something else that they also offer in the legal benefits is a public safety protection plan. That's something that they're actually in the process of working on. So if you poke around on AFSCME Advantage and you're looking at the public safety protection plan, you'll notice that they've left an update saying that the program is expected to be available soon. And so that's exciting. And there is an email address that comes along with that if you're wanting to reach out, if you're curious about it. And so that'll be in those notes that I provide to you with the PowerPoint as well. All right. Any questions at this point before I move on and show everybody how you go about accessing these benefits? Okay. All right, so accessing AFSCME benefits. So first of all, something to know is that RPEC is also known as AFSCME Retirees Chapter 10, okay? So we're a part of AFSCME Retirees, and when you're talking to AFSCME on the phone, you know, if you're asking questions or you're talking to people that are representatives of these benefits, things like that, that's how you want to identify yourself, is that you're an AFSCME Retirees Chapter 10. That's what you're a part of. The Here in America and the Bright Now Dental, those are not part of the AFSCME bundle here, so you don't have to convey that for that dental and that hearing benefit. So to access your AFSCME benefits, you will need your AFSCME member number. And so how do you get that? Well, what's supposed to happen is after you become a member of RPEC, you know, you're in our system, AFSCME becomes aware of that, and they process and actually send out member cards to our members that has, you know, the information about what their AFSCME ID number is on there. Now, can I say that I guarantee you that everyone has seen that? I don't know. I actually haven't personally seen one of these from a member before. And so if, you know, if you don't have this card, if you feel like you never got this card, whatever the reason is, there's a membership services hotline that you'll want to call. And through them, you can get a new card sent to you in the mail. They might even be able to provide you with your number over the phone, if you can provide them with some verifying information about who you are. And then they also offer, they have a mobile app that you can get a mobile or a digital copy of your member card on there too. So then you don't have to worry about if you lose your physical card or whatever else. And so if you want to access these benefits and you don't have access to your member number yet, start by calling this phone number that's available here on this slide. And then from there further, if you have any additional issues, make sure you reach out to us so that we can try to figure out. So, you know, because these benefits are not administered by us, they're administered by AFSCME. They have their own membership services hotline to address any issues with their benefits, things like that. But, you know, we're representing our members, and so we want to support you if things aren't being figured out. So I encourage everybody to definitely reach back out to the council if you're having issues accessing benefits. Any questions about accessing the AFSCME Advantage benefits before I move on? Okay. So here's some information resources about, you know, who to contact for the dental and hearing benefits that I covered earlier. So first, Bright Now Dental. There's a link directly to the Bright Now Dental brochure that I actually had clicked onto the slide about Bright Now, that exact chart with all the details about your savings and everything. We have that on our website at that link right there. Our official representative from Bright Now Dental is Carrie Magnuson, like Tim said earlier. She's extremely cordial. She's so helpful. And I believe that she is a director of part of the program. I can't remember her exact title, but I believe that, you know, she holds a decently high position with Bright Now, and she pushes things through on our behalf, actually. You know, she's encouraged at times members that were struggling to get services to directly reach out to her, and she facilitated getting things scheduled for them and things like that. So she is extremely helpful. She's a great resource. I highly recommend, if you're curious about Bright Now Dental, go ahead and reach out to her. She's exceptional. And yeah, so Carrie's direct contact information is that bullet point there, the 253-405-4547, or her email address right there as well. If you're just trying to find an office in your area, figure out where the closest location is to you, that's the number there, the last bullet point under Right Now, or they also have that available directly on the front page of their website where you can search for locations. And then for Hearing in America, we have their brochure also posted on our website, and there's a link to it right there. Otherwise, you can call them or go straight onto their website to get registered for the benefit. And so both Bright Now Dental and Here in America do a mailing to our members once a year. So you may have seen a mailing come through before, maybe you haven't, but that always comes through with updates to the benefits. You know, if the benefits have improved at all or anything like that, you get updates on that. So, okay. And for The AFSCME Advantage benefits, the education and hardship programs. Here's some links to that relating to the education stuff. There's a link and a phone number for that. And then for the Fallen Heroes Fund is you would just contact us for the Fallen Heroes Fund. They don't provide like direct contact information. So, if that's something that you're trying to access, let us know and we'll figure out who we need to get you connected with. So, and then for the Foundation of Working Families, they have a link to that, or they have an email address with the Washington State Labor Council that you can reach out to inquire about it. And last but not least is the AFSCME Advantage benefits, and there's a link directly to that right there. And once again, like I mentioned earlier, on our webpage, if you hover over Join RPEC, in the drop down, there's just one option there, and it's member only benefits. You can click on that and you can see Bright Now Dental here in America, and then all the AFSCME Advantage benefits and the hardship benefits as well, all on the same page. All right. Any questions for me? Okay, and just know, this is something that we haven't done in the past, and so I am trying to make myself available to support members in accessing benefits, trying to promote it, that it's something that members can access, because a lot of people don't know they exist, and even if they do, they don't even know how to begin accessing them. So I encourage you and any other members in your chapter that you are aware of that need some help with this stuff to just have them reach out to me. Go ahead, Nancy.
Thank you, Jacob. This has been great information I've wondered about for years and haven't taken the time to dig through for myself. I appreciate that. And I think it's going to be a good tool when we're talking about potential new members, if we can speak to what these advantages are rather than just saying, yes, you get some members only advantages. So
That's right.
really good information. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Nancy. I appreciate your feedback. Claire, go ahead.
I'll second Nancy. Great presentation, Jacob, and I hope we can get this in front of more people at a later date. Maybe those who are on today can sing its praises and your praises, because you packed a lot of useful information into a short period of time.
Good. I'm glad that that was effective. That was a good amount of time, actually. Thank you. I appreciate that feedback. Anybody else have anything to share? Let me check chat real quick before. Thanks for the reminder, Tim. Thank you, Susan. Susan mentioned that the hotline number is on the back of the AFSCME card if you happen to have yours. So really easy to refer to that. Costco does some pet meds. Teresa mentioned that. And Kaiser will not require RX refills within their system next year. So that's an update from Elliot that she mentioned as well. So if you have Kaiser, just something for you to know there. Okay. All right. Well, if nobody else has anything to share, I appreciate everybody for attending, and pass along to your fellow chapter members that this is something that they should explore and get some more information about the benefits that they could access. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate your time. Everyone have a great day and a great weekend.
Thank you.
You too. Thank you.